This is insane, but it's 100% real. The gun world in 2025 just changed forever. Compact, powerful, unstoppable. What nobody tells you about these new releases is that they're packing serious capability into platforms that feel like they shouldn't exist. Fast, lightweight, brutal. Most people don't even know they're out there yet, but you're about to. Before you waste another dollar on outdated gear, watch this, because these aren't just firearms. They're engineering statements designed to rewrite the rules of compact firepower. Palmetto State Armory X 5.7, often shortened by shooters to the X57, lands at number 8 because it represents a major shift in how accessible the 5.7 by 28 platform is becoming for everyday buyers rather than niche collectors. For years, this cartridge lived almost exclusively in FN territory, but PSA clearly designed the X 5.7 to break that wall by packaging high-velocity performance into a compact PDW-style firearm that feels modern, modular, and purpose-built. The platform is centered around a lightweight polymer and aluminum construction with an overall length that stays compact even with a brace or folding setup, making it easy to maneuver in tight spaces while still offering a barrel length optimized to take advantage of the 5.7 round speed. Depending on configuration, the barrel typically falls in the 8 to 10 inch range, which allows many loads to exceed 2,000 feet per second, giving the cartridge flat trajectory, low recoil, and impressive penetration compared to traditional pistol calibers. A full-length top rail runs the entire receiver, making optic mounting simple, while the controls are laid out in a familiar AR-inspired fashion, so the learning curve is minimal. Magazine capacity is one of the biggest selling points here, with PSA focusing on 30-round magazines as the baseline and leaving room for higher capacity options, which is exactly what shooters expect from a serious 5.7 platform. Ergonomics are clean and functional. Recoil impulse is soft and controllable, and rapid follow-up shots are easy even for less experienced users. The upside is clear: high capacity, lightweight handling, excellent ballistic performance, and real modularity at a price point that does not feel exclusive. The downside is that the 5.7 by 28 cartridge is still more expensive than common pistol ammo, and availability can fluctuate, which means training costs remain higher than 9mm platforms. What truly makes the X 5.7 disruptive is price, with current market expectations placing it comfortably under the $1,000 mark depending on configuration, dramatically undercutting most competing 5.7 firearms. If PSA maintains quality and produces these at scale, the X 5.7 is positioned to reshape the compact PDW conversation by making speed, capacity, and modern design available to a much wider audience. Springfield Armory Prodigy Compact earns the number 7 spot because it shows just how far the double-stack 1911 concept has matured when it is refined specifically for carry without sacrificing the reason people love this platform in the first place. Springfield took the full-size Prodigy idea and scaled it down into a pistol that feels genuinely practical for everyday use while still shooting like a serious performance gun. The compact is offered with either a 3.5-inch bull barrel for maximum concealability or a 4.25-inch bull barrel for shooters who want a little more sight radius and recoil control, and that choice alone makes the lineup appealing to a wide range of users. Overall length comes in at roughly 7 inches for the shorter model and just under 8 inches for the longer version, with unloaded weight generally landing in the mid-20-ounce range and creeping closer to 30 ounces depending on configuration. Chambered in 9mm, the Prodigy Compact feeds from flush-fit 15-round double-stack magazines, which is impressive capacity for a pistol that still carries the slim grip angle and pointability that 1911 shooters expect. The grip module offers aggressive but comfortable texturing. The ergonomics feel natural in the hand, and the balance is excellent for a carry-size pistol. Springfield's AOS optics system comes standard, allowing easy mounting of popular red dots without aftermarket machining, and the slide serrations are deep enough to stay usable under stress. On the range, this is where the Prodigy Compact separates itself from most compact pistols, with a crisp single-action trigger, flat shooting impulse, and recoil control that feels closer to a duty gun than something meant to be concealed. Follow-up shots are fast. Accuracy is confidence-inspiring, and the pistol rewards good fundamentals without being punishing to newer shooters. The main drawbacks are weight compared to polymer compacts and the reality that double-stack 1911s still require a bit more maintenance awareness than striker-fired guns. Pricing reflects its premium positioning, with MSRP typically sitting in the mid-$1,500 range and real-world street prices often falling lower, depending on demand and configuration. But what you're paying for is a carry-size double-stack 1911 that actually delivers on performance instead of just aesthetics. Mossberg 990 AfterShock takes the number 6 spot because it represents Mossberg's push to deliver full-power shotgun performance in a package designed specifically for confined spaces and rapid handling. This is a compact, semi-auto 12-gauge built for situations where a traditional long shotgun becomes a liability rather than an advantage. Yet it still delivers the authority people expect from a 3-inch chamber platform. The 990 AfterShock is configured around a 5+1 capacity, giving it serious defensive capability without excessive bulk, and its shortened barrel options in the mid-teen-inch range dramatically reduce overall length, while improving maneuverability in hallways, vehicles, and other tight environments. At under 7 pounds unloaded, the gun balances well for its size and does not feel front-heavy, which helps keep it controllable during rapid follow-up shots. The AfterShock style grip replaces a traditional stock and allows the shotgun to remain compact while still offering strong recoil management when used properly, and the strapped forend keeps the support hand locked in place under recoil or stress. Mossberg also upgraded the controls with an enlarged safety, extended charging handle, and oversized bolt release, all of which make manipulation faster and more intuitive when time matters. An extended magazine tube area and mounting points for accessories add flexibility, allowing users to configure lights or other essentials without turning the gun into a bulky mess. The strength of the 990 AfterShock is obvious in its raw stopping power, compact footprint, and practical control layout, while the trade-offs come in the form of increased recoil compared to stock shotguns and the learning curve that comes with mastering a compact grip configuration. Pricing reflects its specialized role, with MSRP sitting just above $1,100 and real-world street prices often coming in lower, depending on availability, placing it firmly in premium defensive shotgun territory. For shooters who want maximum 12-gauge effectiveness in the smallest practical package and are willing to train with it, the Mossberg 990 AfterShock delivers a purpose-built solution that does not compromise on power. Kalashnikov AM-17 earns the number 5 position because it represents a clear look at how the AK platform evolves when compactness, weight reduction, and modern ergonomics become the primary goals rather than tradition alone. Developed as a next-generation compact rifle concept to replace older short-barreled AK variants, the AM-17 abandons heavy steel furniture in favor of modern polymers and aluminum, resulting in a dramatically lighter and more streamlined rifle. Chambered in intermediate rifle calibers, such as 5.45 by 39, depending on configuration, it delivers true rifle ballistic performance instead of the compromised energy and range associated with pistol caliber platforms. Barrel length is shortened to prioritize maneuverability, while still maintaining enough velocity to keep the cartridge effective beyond close quarters, and the overall length is further reduced by a side-folding stock that allows the rifle to collapse into an extremely compact package for vehicle deployment or confined environments. The layout is fully modernized with a continuous top rail for optics, additional mounting space for accessories, and a more centralized control scheme that reflects current combat rifle design trends rather than legacy AK ergonomics. Balance is noticeably improved compared to older compact AKs, making it faster to shoulder and easier to control during rapid strings of fire. The advantages are obvious in its reduced weight, compact footprint, and modern accessory support, while preserving the mechanical reliability that defines the Kalashnikov name. The trade-offs are equally clear, with shorter barrels increasing blast and flash, and the platform remaining largely inaccessible to civilian shooters outside of very limited collector or demonstration contexts. Pricing is not meaningfully defined for civilian markets, since the AM-17 is not commercially available through standard channels. But its importance is not tied to affordability. What matters is what it signals about the future direction of compact rifle design, showing that even the most traditional weapon systems continue to adapt toward lighter materials, tighter dimensions, and modular layouts without abandoning their core strengths. Springfield Armory Kuna claims the number 4 spot because it sits in that often misunderstood middle ground between handgun and carbine, and does so with a level of refinement most compact PDW-style platforms never reach. This is not a pocket pistol, and it is not trying to be one, but rather a purpose-built 9mm platform engineered to deliver smooth shooting characteristics, high capacity, and real stability in a compact form. At the heart of the Kuna is a roller-delayed operating system, a design choice that dramatically softens recoil impulse and keeps the gun flat during rapid fire compared to straight blowback designs commonly found in this category. The platform runs a 6-inch cold hammer forged barrel that strikes a smart balance between velocity and compactness, helping the 9mm round perform consistently without making the firearm bulky. Unloaded weight sits right around 4 pounds 10 ounces, which keeps it light enough for extended handling while still feeling solid and controllable, and overall length lands in the mid-15-inch range depending on configuration, making it easy to store discreetly, transport, or deploy quickly in tight environments. Capacity is a major advantage here, with 30-round magazines giving the Kuna far more endurance than traditional handguns and putting it firmly into PDW territory. The upper receiver is rigid and optics ready, allowing red dots to mount securely without flex or shift, and the controls are fully ambidextrous, so left and right-handed shooters get the same intuitive experience. Ergonomics are clean and modern, recoil stays exceptionally manageable for a gun this small, and follow-up shots are fast and predictable, which is where the roller-delayed system really shines. The strengths of the Kuna are its smooth shooting nature, compact dimensions, and high capacity, while the trade-offs come in the form of increased size compared to a handgun in a role that requires more deliberate setup than simple concealed carry. Pricing typically falls between $999 and $1,149 depending on version, placing it in a competitive space for shooters who want more stability, capacity, and control than a pistol offers without stepping up to a full-size carbine. Ruger LC Carbine in 5.7 by 28 earns the number 3 position because it takes the high-velocity advantages of the 5.7 cartridge and packages them into a lightweight, easy-to-live-with carbine that feels practical rather than experimental. Ruger approached this platform with balance in mind, building it around a 16.25-inch fluted barrel that keeps weight down while still extracting excellent velocity and consistency from the cartridge. Thanks to the folding stock design, overall length shifts from the high 20-inch range when folded to just over 30 inches when extended, making the rifle easy to store, transport, and deploy without sacrificing stability when shouldered. Unloaded weight sits right around 5.9 pounds, noticeably lighter than many AR pattern rifles, which immediately shows in how quickly the LC Carbine comes on target and how little fatigue it causes during longer range sessions. The rifle feeds from Ruger 57 magazines with a typical capacity of 20+1, offering respectable endurance while keeping the grip and mag profile slim and manageable. The free float handguard provides generous MLOK real estate for lights, grips, or other accessories, and the top rail allows simple mounting of optics without aftermarket work. On the range, recoil is extremely mild, muzzle movement is minimal, and follow-up shots feel effortless, especially compared to traditional intermediate caliber carbines. Accuracy is another strong point, with the LC Carbine delivering performance at distance that surprises many shooters given how light and compact it feels, making it effective well beyond what most expect from a small frame platform. The advantages are clear in its low recoil, excellent balance, lightweight construction, and strong ballistic performance, while the main trade-offs come from ammunition cost and availability compared to more common calibers. Pricing remains one of its biggest strengths, with MSRP sitting around $979 and real-world street prices often fluctuating lower, depending on demand, placing the Ruger LC Carbine firmly in an accessible range for shooters who want speed, accuracy, and modern handling without stepping into heavier or more complex rifle systems. Escort BullTac takes the number 2 spot because it perfectly demonstrates how the bullpup layout can transform a full-power shotgun into something compact, balanced, and surprisingly practical. Built as a 12-gauge bullpup, the BullTac keeps a full-length 18-inch barrel while dramatically shrinking the overall footprint, resulting in an overall length of roughly 27.75 inches, which is shorter than many pistol-caliber carbines while still delivering true 12-gauge authority. Capacity typically sits at 5+1, giving it plenty of defensive capability without unnecessary bulk. An unloaded weight generally hovers around 7 pounds, depending on configuration, which feels well-balanced rather than front-heavy thanks to the action being located close to the shoulder. That bullpup layout is the key to how the BullTac handles, reducing muzzle rise, improving pointability, and making the shotgun far easier to maneuver through tight hallways, vehicles, or dense brush where traditional long shotguns become awkward. The compact design allows faster transitions between targets, keeps the muzzle from dragging or snagging, and helps smaller shooters manage the weight more comfortably. Recoil remains firm as expected from a 12-gauge, but the balance and straight-back impulse make it more controllable than its size would suggest. The strengths of the BullTac are obvious in its compact dimensions, retained barrel length, and full power performance, while the trade-offs come from the bullpup trigger feel and the need to adapt to a different manual of arms compared to conventional shotguns. One of its biggest advantages is price, with current market values typically coming in well below many competing bullpup shotguns, often landing in the mid-$600 range, depending on availability, which makes it one of the most budget-friendly ways to gain serious compact shotgun capability without sacrificing barrel length or effectiveness. Ruger LCP Max takes the number 1 spot because it proves that true everyday carry is not about power on paper, but about what people actually trust enough to carry consistently. This is the smallest firearm on the list, yet it may be the most widely relied upon because it disappears into real life without demanding wardrobe changes or constant adjustment. Chambered in 380 ACP, the LCP Max runs a 2.8-inch barrel and measures roughly 5.17 inches in overall length, with an unloaded weight of about 10.6 ounces, which puts it firmly in the category of pistols you forget you're wearing. What separates the Max from earlier micro pistols is capacity, offering a standard 10+1 round setup and an optional 12+1 extended magazine that dramatically changes how capable this platform feels without increasing bulk in a meaningful way. The grip texture is improved over older LCP models, giving better control during recoil, and the trigger is smoother and more predictable than many expect from a pistol this small. Ruger also upgraded the sights, moving away from nearly invisible nubs to usable steel sights with options that include a tritium front, which makes a massive difference in low light and real defensive conditions. Slide serrations are deeper and easier to grab. Reliability is excellent for a pistol in this weight class, and recoil remains sharp but manageable with proper grip thanks to the locked breech design. The strengths are obvious in its extreme concealability, surprisingly usable capacity, and the fact that it is light enough to carry literally anywhere from pockets to ankle rigs to minimalist holsters. The trade-offs come in the form of snappier recoil than larger pistols and limited shootability at longer distances, but that is not the role this gun is meant to fill. Pricing is one of its biggest advantages, with MSRP typically around $399 and real-world street prices often coming in lower, making it one of the most affordable and practical concealed carry pistols on the market. Small, reliable, and easy to live with, the Ruger LCP Max earns the top position by excelling at the one thing that matters most in a defensive handgun, being there when you actually need it. And there you have it. 8 compact firearms that define what 2025 looks like when size meets serious performance. From the PSAX 5.7's PDW promise to the Prodigy Compact's refined 1911DS feel, the Mossberg 990 AfterShock's compact 12-gauge authority, the modern evolution shown by the AM-17, the roller-delayed Springfield Kuna, Ruger's LC Carbine versatility, the Escort BullTac's bullpup efficiency, and finally the pocket-sized reliability of the Ruger LCP Max. This is the new standard. Now tell me, which one would you trust when it matters most? Drop your choice in the comments.